The Chicago Bears schedule is officially out, so it is time to give you guys my prediction on the Bears season. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video. Talking some NFL, here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to break down every single game for the Chicago Bears 2024 season and mark it a W or an L for what the outcome will be. Now, if you guys have not checked out my most recent video, go ahead and do so. I gave you guys my overall thoughts, just generally overall thoughts on the schedule itself, kind of the interesting tidbits about it, you know, the fact that we don't have a divisional game until week 11, things like that. So go check that out. In this one, we're just going through game by game and giving you guys my official prediction. And finally, at the end, you'll have my win-loss record, all right? So this is, again, subject to change, you know, up until the season starts before week 1, but never too early to go ahead and give our prediction. So here we go. Week 1, the Chicago Bears take on the Tennessee Titans at home. The debut of Caleb Williams, and the energy is going to be high. Soldier Field at home, #1 overall pick, all these new weapons, man. It is going to be hype city in Chicago for that first game. And Tennessee really doesn't scare me. Not a great defense. Yeah, they added offensive pieces, but to me, defensively, we can tear them apart. And Will Levis, just not a believer in him yet. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a W for the Bears. They start off the season 1-0. All right, moving on to week 2. We go ahead and have the primetime matchup, C.J. Stroud versus Caleb Williams. I believe this is on Sunday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we have this matchup here at Houston. And this game is going to be a very, very tough one for the Bears. The Texans were a playoff team last year. We all know how good C.J. Stroud is. We all know how good their weapons are with Nico and with Tank Dell and now adding Stephon Diggs to the mix. Like, it's a potent offense, and the defense, no slouch either. Their coach is incredible, D'Amico Ryan. So this one on the road against a very good Texans team, I'm going to say this is an L for the Chicago Bears. All right, moving on to week 3 at Indy. Look, road game, I get it. Anthony Richardson coming back from injury. He is obviously, a decent quarterback, but we still have to see more. I'm not a believer yet in him. But Indy doesn't really scare me. There's nothing about Indy that tells me that we can't win this game. I know it's in Indianapolis, but, you know, their defense isn't elite. Their offense isn't elite. So I think this is a winnable game, and I think we get it done. I think we beat Indy to move to 2-1. All right, next up, week 4 against the Rams at home. I'm going to say this one's a loss. Now, hear me out. The Rams aren't world beaters here, but Sean McVay, it's Matt Stafford in the building. He's been, in for a lot of years. He knows Soldier Field well. Like, they have experience. They have the moxie. Could we definitely win this game? Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this one is a close loss, but it's a loss for the Bears. So I think they go ahead and finish 2-2 through 4 weeks. Week 5 against the Panthers, that's a dub. It's a Panthers team, not very good, devoid of talent, not much to explain there. Week 6 against the Jaguars in London. Now, this is technically a home game for the Bears, but honestly, folks, it should be a home game for the Jaguars because they play in London every single year because of their owner. But yeah, man, the Jaguars, do they really scare me? Not really. They did lose Calvin Ridley in the offseason, so it got a little bit worse. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, he's been solid but not spectacular. I think it's a winnable game for the Bears. I think I'm going to go ahead and say that they can win this one, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that as a W for the Bears. All right, then week 7, we got a bye week. All right, we got a bye week in week 7. So that one is the early bye after the London game, so you love to see that because they need that rest. Let's move on after the bye week at the Washington Commanders. Now, the Commanders have the #2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, so that matchup is going to be fun between the #1 and #2 overall pick. But basically, besides like Terry McLaurin, right, there's not much there with the Commanders in terms of talent. This is a team devoid of talent. I'm going to go ahead and say the Bears win this game, even on the road, against a lesser opponent in Washington. All right, week 9 at the Cardinals, another team not great. They did add Marvin Harrison Jr. Kyler Murray obviously came back, and he played well, but Arizona's defense is not good at all. Like, Caleb and this offense should be able to do whatever they want against them. I see this as another W. I'm sorry, I just do. All right. Week 10 against the Patriots at home. Again, how good is Drake May? How good is this Patriots team? They don't have a lot of talent either, right? So to me, I think the Bears can win this one as well. So again, I'm not trying to go ahead and just say they win all these games for sure, but it's just the way I see it, all right? So they win the game against the Patriots. Week 11 against the Packers at home, we lose. Look, folks, I know we have a chance to beat the Packers, but until we do, I'm just not going to go ahead and say it. Like, it's just that, monkey we can't get off our back. It's Green Bay. Every single time they beat us. So I'm not going to go ahead and say Caleb's going to come in and just beat the Packers right away. It'll take some time. It'll take some growing pains. And obviously, Green Bay was a great team last year. They made the playoffs. Jordan Love had a spectacular rookie season. Like, I know they don't have great weapons, but they're a well-coached team, great offensive line, good quarterback. They'll get the job done. We lose to the Packers. All right, week 12 against the Minnesota Vikings. At home, we beat the Vikings, all right? The Vikings have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, but do they have a quarterback? We'll see. J.J. McCarthy's there. Sam Darnold's not very good. So the defense, not very good. So, yeah, it's like offensive talent's there, but does anything else really scare you outside of those skilled players? Not really. So, to me, I'm going to say at home, we get the job done and beat the Minnesota Vikings. Week 13 at the Lions. I'm going to give the Lions their respect. I know we've played them close, but they are a better team as of right now in Detroit. I'm going to say this is a loss. Week 14 against the 49ers, that's a loss. 49ers obviously a world beater, the juggernaut of a team, went to the Super Bowl last year. Week 15 against the Vikings, I'm going to say this one's a dub. I'm sorry, the Vikings, I think they regressed this year. I don't think they're going to be very good, and I think we just beat them. I think we sweep them, honestly, all right? Week 16 against the Detroit Lions. I think we do beat Detroit at least once, so that's going to be the home game. I'll take that. And then week 17 against the Seahawks, another win. Again, the Seahawks don't scare me either. Nothing about them screams anything scary. And Shane Waldron, going back to his former team, maybe he, is able to know the offense and everything. We'll see. But, yeah, not really, scared too much. Yeah, you got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Geno Smith's okay, but I think we can beat them. And then finally, week 18 against the Packers. We'll see, but right now, I think that's an L, man. I'm sorry. I'm not going to pick us to beat the Packers until we actually do it. It's just something that keeps being the monkey on our back, like I mentioned. So that's going to be an L. So here we go. Let's count it up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 wins and 6 losses. So the wins are against the Titans, the Colts, the Panthers, the Commanders, the Cardinals, the Patriots, the Vikings twice, and then the Detroit Lions, the Seattle Seahawks, and what am I missing here? And I believe that was it. So, looking at that schedule, folks, like, who did I pick the Bears to beat that you thought, oh, Faiz, there's no way? Again, if we're just talking about on paper, the Titans I don't think are better. I don't think the Colts are better. I don't think the Panthers are better. I don't think the Commanders are better. I don't think the Cardinals are better. I don't think the Patriots are better. I don't think the Vikings are better. The Lions are better, but I have them winning just one game against the Lions. And the Seahawks aren't better. It's just a weak schedule, folks. It really is, and I've told you guys this. We have the third easiest schedule in all of football. We have the easiest schedule in the NFL from weeks 1 through 10. Like, I'm sorry. It is an easy schedule here. I think the Jaguars game was the only game that's like a little bit of a toss-up. But let's say we lose that game, I'll say 10-7 at that point. So to me, hovering somewhere between 10-7 and 11-6. You know what? Let's just go ahead and say it. Fine, if you want to flip that Jaguars game from a W to an L, so be it. I'll be a little conservative and give you 10-7. All right, so there you have it, folks. Let me know what you guys think. Was I too conservative? Was I not conservative enough? Like, let me know what you guys think, man. It's somewhere between that range, 10-7, 11-6. This schedule, not that difficult. If everyone's healthy, knock on wood, we should be able to get the job done, pick up double-digit wins this upcoming season. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always.